reviews. And today what we've got is Innis and Gunn. Innis and Gunn lagered beer. Now, I don't really know why, but since Christmas up until probably a few weeks ago, I wasn't bothered. I'd gone off beer. I'd completely gone off, not completely gone off beer, but I'd sort of took a little bit of a distaste to it, and I don't really know why. I don't know whether it was to do with my diet or whether it was to do with just being fed up of beer. I don't know. And I was drawn. My dad bought loads of pilsners at Christmas. Or he got like a big crate of the Budweiser stuff really cheap. The stuff I reviewed recently. And since then, I've been really taking a liking, and I don't drink a lot anyway, unless I go out. I might have a few at weekend, and that's it. Because I don't have time to drink anyway in a week. But and it's just really nice to relax. So, and I've really enjoyed just having a really nice crisp pilsner and I've been really getting into that. However, I did go out on a bit of a drinking session with a few mates the other day, and got really back into my beer. And that's what I love about beer. It's you come back to it again. You go in these circles. And you go in these little rotations, and you like at Christmas I went through loads of stouts. I was really into my stouts and porters and my heavy beers, which is probably explains why I got a bit fed up of drinking beer. You know, I probably had too much at Christmas or something. But like I say, I'm not an heavy drinker. I don't really go out and get drunk very often at all, really. But yeah. Anyway, a little bit of a sub story there. Completely got nothing to do with this. Well, I suppose it has got something to do with this because it explains why I've bought a lot. I've got a log. It's a I mean, it calls itself a craft brewed Innis and Gunn lagered beer, whatever that is. It's basically a posh lager, apparently. Now, this is in the supermarket for £1.25 a can for 500ml. Now, it's in a packet of 4 cans for £5, and I think that definitely comes in within my bargain beer system. Beautiful can. I love the artwork on it. Anybody who's familiar with beers will know Innis and Gunn are famous for really strong oak aged beers. You know, like they do stouts, but they're famous for their Innis and Gunn whiskey infused beers, basically. And there's different varieties of those. There's rum infused ones. There's ones that are this, that and the other, ones that have been in oak barrels for 100 years, ones that have been... You get the point anyway. And the beers are divine. They're lovely. They're really, really faultless, actually. And Innis and Gunn are a really good craft brewery. Oh, they're just a really good... Forget the word craft. It's a word for... Yeah, annoying people. But it's a really good brewery in Scotland. Now, it looks like they're trying to burst out to the commercial sector. Really interestingly, quite cheap, I think, this. £1.25. Now, it's saying it's craft brew. When you think about all the craft cans that are on the side, it says quality all over it. It looks like quality. Now, no surprises, I'm afraid, for this one, because I have already drunk it. What you'll notice, what a lot of people that have reviewed this before have said that it's quite bland. There's not a lot to it. If you drink this beer cold, like you would drink a normal lager, I agree, there isn't a lot to it. Now, I had one the other day that had warmed up a little bit. I left it on the side, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was lovely. There was loads. It was subtle. There was lots of subtle little flavours coming through, and I really, really enjoyed it. So it's been out of the fridge a little bit. It's somewhere in between probably when I drunk it and temperature it suggests drinking it at, which is 4 to 6 degrees. So here we go. Now, it comes in at 4.6% volume. And on the can and smoke. Some people like to call it can and smoke, all sorts of things, don't they? On whatever you call it, the smoke that's come out, the steam, the gas. You're getting a typical crisp cracker bread sort of smell on it. We're all American on a cracker bread. Biscuity smell, and you're getting. And now I've poured it into the glass. It smells like a really decent lager. Oh, not a pilsner, not quite a pilsner sort of smell, but you're getting a slight metallicness from it, which suggests it's mass produced, maybe. Well, it is mass produced, it's in the supermarket, which you don't get from the other beers. You're getting a little bit of lemon coming through. You are getting a bit more of a beery sort of smell, if that makes sense. You're getting a biscuit note from it as well. You're not getting anything that's going to blow you away. Nothing in this that's going to blow you away. Nice colour, nice standard, really pale sort of golden, almost pale yellow colour. I'd describe that. Right, here we go. Cheers. I hate technology. Yeah, it tastes decent. I've not had anything else to drink. That's the first drink I've had today. And that's how you need to drink this beer. You can't have a beer and drink that, because if you have a beer and drink that, the subtle little flavours won't come through. You're getting that bready biscuity note on it. But you're actually getting some other fruits coming through as well. And I'm finding it really hard to pinpoint what they are. It's almost like there's a little bit of a Cascade hop or something in there. I'm not sure what hops are going to be in this. It's got a bit of an earthiness to it actually. I'm really struggling to get what it is, because it is so subtle, but there's stuff in there that you wouldn't get from a can of Carling, that you wouldn't get from a Carlsberg, that you wouldn't get from a blooming Beck's or something. There's little delicate notes that are in there. It's not going to blow you away. I'm not saying this is an amazing beer, because it's not, but it's pleasant and it's definitely worth the price. There's a little bit, it's like a hop in there that's a bit, ooh. And I'm not getting as much today. Maybe it needs to be a bit warmer. But the other day I was kind of picking something else up. It was a little bit like, ooh, where did that come from? You know. It's lovely. It's very well. It's easy to drink, and it doesn't taste like you're filling your mouth. When you have cheap lager, it just and this is what's great. Listen, you guys out there that drink Carling, you guys out there that drink Carlsberg and Beck's and Kronenberg and all the rest of that rubbish. Try something like this. It's the perfect step up between that and probably a blonde beer or a bog standard bitter sort of beer. It's got a little bit of something else in there that's enough to bridge that gap, I think, between that and a probably subtle sort of flavoured real ale. But it's better quality. It just feels like you're just drinking better quality. The carbonation's lovely on it actually. The carbonation's really nice. And because it's in a can as well, it does keep it fresh, does keep it quite fresh. I'm trying to get that other fruit that's coming through. Maybe it's more from the malts. There's quite an earthiness coming through, almost like a hedgerow sort of taste flavour coming through it. But almost something else is in there as well, like another subtle little fruit. And I can't make my mind up what it is. Maybe it's orange there, like a bit of an orangey sort of flavour. Or maybe like a subtle peachy flavour coming through it. But it's nice. Quite metallic actually on the smell just there. Like I said, nothing's going to wow you about this, but it's refreshing and it's nice. Difficult one to score. Don't give us any information on the can. It says batch on it. Oh, small batch. Small batch Scottish beer. It says small batch, but if it's a small batch, how come it's in all the supermarkets? You know what I mean? Innis and Gunn's lager beer, brewed with naked golden oats. Right. Yeah, and it says served between 4 and 6 degrees. I think be a bit braver and serve it a bit warmer than that. Even Cellar Cool. Try one of these Cellar Cool. You get more flavour from it. But listen, the idea is it's a lager, so you drink it cool, so it's refreshing. But I think you lose some of the subtle flavour in it. I really do. And there's not a lot in it. There's not loads, but it's nice, it's delicate. It's a summer beer. It's one to have on a summer's day. And I'm a big believer as well in drinking stuff outside. I don't know why when you drink a cup of tea outside, it just tastes better. When you drink a beer outside, you seem to get it because I don't know, something to do with the air or something going through your nostrils, and it just makes you smell things better. And it makes you more alert to things. When I'm inside, I don't quite get as many flavours on it. But listen, there's a lovely biscuity crispiness about it. It's crisp. The combination's lovely. It makes it really drinkable. The flavours, you're getting a bitterness, like a little lemon zestiness from it. Then there's another fruit in there, and that fruit could be a little bit of an orangey note actually, or it could be even like a bit of a peachy note or something like that. Slight earthiness, like a hedgerowiness to it as well. I can't work out if there's an American hop in there or it's just your British hops. I feel like there's a little hint of something else in there. Might just be me. Might just be me. Anyway, scores on the board. I mean, I heard people on YouTube reviewing this and saying, oh yeah, maybe it should be infused with whiskey like the others. Well, that defeats the object, and if it's infused by whiskey, it's going to be an 8% beer, and it's not a lager, is it? You know. Sorry about that. The camera cut out. So I've had to take all the information off the memory. So it's warmed up a bit now, and some of the flavours are coming through again. What was I saying? Yeah, I kind of like talking about people saying it should be oak infused and stuff. Well, that defeats the object, doesn't it? Because it's silly, because it doesn't become a lager then, does it? And it becomes a beer again, you know. Maybe an oak infused lager would be nice, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I just think that's something separate. And all the beers will end up tasting the same as well, that's the other thing. And I know it's their trademark, but yeah, so it's got like a bit of an homebrew smell to it actually. Yeah, but you're getting more flake. It reminds me like a Robinson's beer. Like a Robinson's beer, you know. I keep repeating myself, don't I? Like I've got something wrong with me. Well, I have, but can't help that, can I? It's just who I am. It's like a... When it's warmed up, it's quite nice. It's got more of a maltiness to it, and like almost a... Yeah, some people might call it a bit dishwatery, but I think it's alright. So I can pick up the smell in it. Like it is hedgerowy, very hedgerowy when it warms up. Getting a bit of an orange maybe in there. Oh god, I spilled it all over myself. That's what you get for being pretentious. One more spill, one more go for it, and then that's it. It's gone on way too long, this video review, sorry. Yeah, just like I said before, you got a zestiness from, you got like a lemoniness coming through, like an orange, some sort of orange, maybe slight peach or apricot in there, not massive, but it's there somewhere going, hey guys, I'm here, you know. Yeah, got an earthiness to it that's similar to a lot of British beers. But that's once it's warmed. Once it's warmed up, it's almost, and carbonation's died off a little bit, it loses its lagerness a bit. So, yeah, it's one of them. If you allow it to when you allow a lager to warm up, you'll taste. Ugh. But that's a sign that it's good. It tastes good once it's warmed up a bit. It's got good ingredients in it. So anyway, scores on the board. I've already done this once, but I was doing it while the camera had already died. So, I will give this a 7.4 out of 10. 7.4. I think that's pretty good. It's only £1.25 can. You know what I mean? Go out and get yourself a 4-pack. Invite your mates over. Invite your mates that drink lots of lager and say, look, try something a bit different. Push that under the nose. Try that and see what they think. Alright, till next time. See you around.